Welcome to the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station.
Welcome back to the Marysville High School Relay for Life Telethon here on M6, your hometown station. It's great that the middle school has gotten involved in the fight against cancer. Now I'm going to send it over to Mickey with a check presentation.
Thanks, Molly. I have Mr. Schmarl here from the 5K run this morning. Hi, Mr. Schmarl.
Hello.
Now, how many people came out for the run today?
We had 54 runners.
Oh, it's a great turnout. Now, how did you like the weather this morning? It was beautiful weather.
The runners loved the weather. It wasn't too cool and it wasn't too hot. It was just right for a 5K run.
Now, how much money did you guys raise today?
We raised $1,000
Great.
and going all right to Relay for Life.
Oh, I hope it is. Now, who are the runners who won the race today?
The overall male runner was Jake Gunn and the overall female runner was Janae Curley.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now let's go over to Aaron with our pledges today.
Thank you. We have a $50 pledge from Ms. Gavina. And we have a $40 donation from the John Alger family in memory of Marilyn, Marge, and Dawn. Molly, back to you.
Thanks, Aaron. It's great that we're still making so much money for Relay for Life. Now I'm going to send it over to Rachel to talk about one of our sponsors.
Students and staff of Marysville High School's Communication Arts program would like to thank our M6 television learning partners. With their support, we have the resources to purchase new equipment, update software, and provide a unique learning opportunity for our students. In fact, today's Relay for Life Telethon is possible with the help of the Marysville Knights of Columbus. They have the perfect location for any occasion. With their friendly and knowledgeable staff and both small and large halls available for rental, you'll be sure to find what you need. Call 364-6800 today to make your reservations and learn more about what the Knights of Columbus members do for our community. Our sponsors have supported us over the years. Please consider supporting them. Back to you, Molly.
Thanks, Rachel. And I'd also like to thank all of our sponsors for all that they do for us. Now I'm going to send it down to the Commons to find out what's going on down there.
Hi, Molly, or thanks, Molly. Today we have Scott Sanders here with us talking about the carnival games. So what kind of carnival games do we have today?
Well, we have a lot of carnival games. We have things like beanbag toss. We have dart throwing, you pop the balloons. We have shooting the cans, you can get tattoos, of course. What's a carnival without tattoos, right?
Exactly.
And you just have anything you can think of, really.
All right, well, awesome. So what are the prizes like?
There's a lot of prizes. You can get balloons. You can get, like various things like toys for little kids, like that kind of stuff.
All right, and how long are you going to be here for today?
I'm going to be here from 12 to 2.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by and telling us all about the carnival games.
Thank you.
And I'm Sierra here with Nick from Blue Water Chrysler, Drive a Dodge. So can you tell us what the requirements are to be able to test drive a car?
You have to be 18 years old and have a driver's license.
Okay, great. Thank you. And how many test drives have you had out so far?
We have 70 test drives, which means we have raised $1,400 so far.
Great. That's awesome. And how long will you guys be here until 2 today?
We only have 1 more hour to go. We're here till 2, so we need to get as many people as possible to come on down, test drive. Every single test drive that comes in, Blue Water Chrysler is going to donate $20 per test drive.
Great. So that's awesome. So make sure you guys come test drive a car. And now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sierra. As you can see, there's still a lot going on, even with just an hour left of the relay. I'd also like to let you know that the Marysville Viking baseball team is playing. They won their first game and their second game is underway. So make sure to come on down and cheer on your Marysville Vikings. Now let's check the tote board. Our previous total was $5,999. Our new total is $7,100. Remember, you can keep donating to support Relay for Life. Now, enjoy this musical piece by Amber and Johnny.
Welcome to the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station.
To everyone who's lost someone they love long before it is their time, you feel like the days you had were not enough when you said goodbye. And to all of the people with burdens and pains keeping you back from your life, you believe that there's nothing and there is no one who can make it right. But there is hope for the helpless, rest for the weary, and love for the broken heart. And there is grace and forgiveness, mercy and healing, who meet you wherever you are. Cry out to Jesus. Cry out to Jesus. And for the marriage that's struggling just to hang on, they've lost all of their faith and love, and they've done all they can to make it right again. Still it's not enough. For the ones who can't break the addictions and chains, you try to give up, but you come back again. Just remember that you're not alone in your shame and your suffering. 'Cause there is hope for the helpless, rest for the weary, and love for the broken heart. There is grace and forgiveness, mercy and healing, he'll meet you wherever you are. Cry out to Jesus. And when you're lonely and it feels like the whole world is falling on you, you just reach out, you just cry out to Jesus. Cry to Jesus. To the widow who suffers from being alone, wiping the tears from her eyes. And for the children around the world without a home, say a prayer tonight. 'Cause there is hope for the helpless, rest for the weary, and love for the broken heart. And there is grace and forgiveness, mercy and healing, who'll meet you wherever you are. And there is hope for the helpless, rest for the weary, and love for the broken heart. Grace and forgiveness, mercy and healing, will meet you wherever you are. Cry out to Jesus. Cry out to Jesus. Oh, cry out to Jesus. Jesus.
My first symptom appeared in a mammogram. that I had done as a yearly physical, which I've done for the last 15 years. And the first symptom showed up on a mammogram. I didn't have any symptoms that I knew about until the mammogram showed it. The diagnosis that Dr. Damashki gave me at first was that I was free of cancer, but they had sent my biopsy to Ann Arbor, and he called me back and said, "We need you back into the office for another consultation." And at that time he said, "What we believe is there is a small cancerous tumor, very small, that we need to remove and investigate, do a biopsy on it." My initial reaction to the news of a cancer diagnosis was understandably shock, but it didn't fully set in while I was at the doctor's office because he kept reassuring me that he thought it was something benign. But on my way home, my mind was racing through all of the things that could have been and what ifs, and I actually ran through a red light on my drive home because I had gone to the doctor's office by myself, not realizing that they were going to change my initial diagnosis from cancer-free to possibly having cancer. The first treatment that I received was a biopsy at Port Huron Hospital that they sent out to a tissue lab, and when that came back, they said they believed they had all the cancer cells themselves, but that I would need 36 radiation treatments after the surgery scar had healed. The biggest side effects that I had from the radiation treatments were being very tired. I don't mean the kind of tired where you can't move one foot in front of the other, but I would say fall asleep watching television, which wasn't anything normal for me, and going to bed much earlier. And the other side effect that I had was where the skin was radiated became very red and irritated like a really bad sunburn, so it itched tremendously. The time frame from my diagnosis, which was in April, I had the biopsy in May and began radiation treatments in June and finished those at the mid part of August. And since then I've gone back yearly for mammograms and physicals. So at this, and I also took tamoxifen for 5 years. My family was very supportive. My husband was as supportive as he could be, not going through it himself. But I think I got the biggest help from other breast cancer survivors who were very supportive, told me what to expect, told me how to take care of myself, and the best thing they did was being a survivor themselves and showed me that there was a lot of hope. The outlook that I have, since I am free of cancer for 7 years, most cancers, they say if you have lived 5 years and have not been re-diagnosed, that you have a very good chance of a long survival. And like I said, I'm 7 years away from it, so my diagnosis and my hope is pretty high. I do feel that I have a common bond with others that have cancer. I also feel very thankful because I know a lot of people who have breast cancer diagnoses have also had to go through chemotherapy, and I did not. I feel very fortunate that I did not have to do that. But I also feel the connection that we're survivors and that there is hope, and our job is to give hope to the next person that we know that maybe has a diagnosis that we have lived through, and we can be their hope. The words of advice that I would give to someone is obviously get a support team with you, whether it's a family, a friend, or multiple people who have been through this. Ask as many questions as you can. Don't think the worst, think the best, because the treatments get better and better and more successful every year. And I think the thing that gives me the most hope is when I've gone to Relay for Life, they line people up and have the one-year survivors at the front, the newest diagnosed before them, and then you line up year by year, and they ask the people who have been newly diagnosed to turn around and look at all of the people behind them, and there are literally hundreds of people behind them at that point, and they say, there's your hope, because all of those people have survived and you will too.
I hope you're enjoying the Relay for Life Telethon. Joining me now is Kelly Grievemeyer, who works with the cancer support groups. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So, how did support groups begin, and what are the benefits of joining the support group?
Well, typically support groups are started when someone has a need. A group of people might have a need or a certain goal or a health issue that they all have together, and they form a group.
So are there different groups for patients and family members?
Right now at St. Joseph Mercy, we have a breast cancer support group. It is mainly for patients, but we always welcome family members and support people in as well.
So what are the various support groups offered in the Blue Water area?
Well, there's many different ones that people can find out through local papers, through websites. They can do a search on the internet. At St. Joseph Mercy, we have many different support groups, not just for cancer, but we do have our breast cancer support group. We also have a stroke support group, a bariatric support group, so there's many other ones.
So are your groups diverse, with male, female, and the ages, are they very diverse?
Well, typically, as everyone knows, breast cancer is mostly a women's disease. So in my position, I've encountered 2 males that have had breast cancer. As of yet, they have not come to our support group, but they're certainly welcome. And as for age, there's no age restriction on breast cancer, so the ages vary significantly.
So who often leads the groups?
Right now we have our facilitator for the group is a 16-year survivor of breast cancer. She's actually an employee at our hospital, and it's really beneficial to have her in there with the group because the members know that she understands and has been through what they've been through.
Right. So what are the typical activities in a group session?
Well, usually what we'll do, we try to organize to have maybe a speaker come in. We'll have various cancer doctors come in and speak to the group about topics they're interested in. We have other survivors who come and share their stories. Recently we had a survivor who her dog actually discovered her breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
So her story is just really remarkable, and everybody likes hearing that story.
So are the groups ongoing? Like, do members add to groups or?
Well, the group that we have, the breast cancer group we have at St. Joseph Mercy, is a 19-year group. They've been together for 19 years. It was started by one of the local surgeons and the pathologist who worked at our hospital at the time. And they just saw a need for helping breast cancer patients understand the mystery of breast cancer and to help them learn about what they were going through. So a lot of the members of that group are long-standing members, but we always are welcoming more people into the group.
That's awesome that they've been together so long.
They have been, yeah.
So how can someone become a part of the support group?
Well, there's no pre-registration needed to join the support group at St. Joseph Mercy. The meetings are held the first Monday of every month. It's from 5:30 to 7:30 in the evening, so that women who are working or men who are working are able to come to the group as well.
So where are those meetings generally held?
We hold them in our first floor conference room. It's a nice space. We offer refreshments to the group, and if anybody would like more information about the group at St. Joseph Mercy, they can go to our website, mymercy.us, or they can call me at, my phone number is 810-985-1871.
So does it cost anything to be a part of the support group?
No, typically support groups are free to the community members.
So are there activities for members of the family who don't go to the groups?
Proudly at St. Joseph Mercy, we do hold a couple big events that we have for survivors. In the summertime, we have a survivors picnic. This is our second annual coming up this summer, and that is for all cancer survivors, not just breast cancer. And the participants are encouraged to bring their support system with them. And then in the fall, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, we have a breast cancer luncheon. It's a beautiful luncheon that is put on, and we have speakers come in and share their stories with the group.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So have you had anyone come back that was a part of the group and give feedback?
Well, they're always back. They come every month. So yeah, I talk to them often, and they love, the long-standing members love welcoming new members in, because they like offering the help and helping new members who they know they're going through a very difficult time. So that's part of the joy of a support group, is they're building friendships and they're helping each other through a very difficult time.
I think it's a great thing what you guys are doing. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Now let's get back to the telethon. Thanks for watching the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station.
I hope you're enjoying the telethon. As you can tell, it's great to have a support group when you're fighting cancer, so it's awesome that American Cancer Society offers that program. Now I'm going to send it over to Aaron for a check presentation.
Thank you, Molly. I'm here with Kelsey Husson and Maddie Valco of the girls varsity basketball team to present on behalf of a pink out game. So exactly how much money do you have for us today?
We made $5,632.61.
Nice. So exactly how did the game go for the girls team?
We played our hardest, but we were all just really excited to play for a good cause, and it was an experience that we'll all remember for a long time.
Definitely. And I heard about the pink out game that the teams had special jerseys that night. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Yes, we were allowed to put the name of a loved one who was diagnosed with cancer on the back of our jersey, and we basically played for that person the whole game.
Nice. That's very sweet. And now, Mickey, I believe you have some pledges for us.
I do. Our first pledge is from Rick and Lois Denarden with $25 in memory of Dad and his name's Rick Denarden. Our next pledge is Courtney and Ashley Smith with $25 in honor of John Pavlov. And our final donation is from Ted Wildermuth with $150 in memory of family. Back to you, Molly.
It's wonderful how everyone is coming together to raise money for Relay for Life. Now I'm going to send it over to Rachel to talk about one of our sponsors.
We are fortunate in Marysville to have a very supportive business community. Today, 5 restaurants donated great food to feed our student crew. They include Daliano's, Mr. Pita, Little Caesars, and Hungry Howie's. Our students have dedicated their time and skills to make this telethon a success. We appreciate each one of these businesses and their contributions. Back to you, Molly.
Thanks, Rachel. It's great that these businesses could come out and help us with Relay for Life. Now let's check out what's happening down in the Commons.
Thanks, Molly. Right now we have Aaron Potts with us, one of the coordinators from Miracle Mile. Can you tell us about the participants a little bit?
The Miracle Mile took place just around the block here, going around the high school and middle school, and it was intended for students in grades 6th grade and under.
All right, and how many participants did we have this year?
This year, for the first time, we had a pretty decent turnout of 9 students. It was ranging in ages. You know, we had a preschooler that completed the route, and our oldest was a 5th grader.
Wow, that's awesome. So you mentioned it was the first time. Will we be doing the same thing next year?
Yep, absolutely. We hope it's an annual event, and we know that by word of mouth that it becomes a bigger tradition, more like the 5K. And it was a decent experience for the kids. I think they all had fun, so we anticipate more students next year.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like fun. Now we'll toss it over to Sierra.
Thanks, Liz. I'm here with Emma and Kayla from Pastries and More, located at Wally Supermarket. So, Emma, can you tell us a little bit about how long you are going to be here today?
We're going to be here till 2 o'clock.
Okay, great. Thank you. And what types of dishes do you have available, and what is it all about?
We have a cake called the Tres Leches cake, and it is a large cake with a bunch of fruit on top.
That sounds delicious. And now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sierra. Remember, there's still so much going on, so make sure to come down and check it out. And while you're here, make sure to check out the Drive a Dodge, where if you drive a Dodge car, they will donate $20 to Relay for Life. Now, let's check the tote board. Our previous total was $7,100, and our new total is $9,300. Remember to keep calling in and donating. The number is below, 455-6031. Now, enjoy another musical performance by Rob Schweihofer.
Welcome to the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station.
Too early were the words I read, a burning voice inside my head. Amelia was alone that night, broken locks and turned out lights, yeah. Oh, too somber were the words I said. I'm broken down and never live. Her voice is soft and crystal clear. Just live your life, but keep me here. Whoa, whoa. Keep me here. Silver thorn in my soul, though it's hard to let go. Take me back to the time we used to know. A broken bridge and a crooked sign, when I was yours and you were mine. Keep me safe, keep me warm, my silver thorn, my silver thorn. Too somber were the words I read. I'm broken down in Neverland. Her voice is soft and crystal clear. Just live your life, but keep me. Whoa, whoa. Keep me. Silver thorn in my soul, though it's hard to let go. Take me back to the time we used to know. A broken bridge and a crooked sign. When I was yours and you were mine. Keep me safe, keep me warm, my silver thorn. Keep me safe, keep me warm, my silver thorn. Keep me safe, keep me warm, my silver thorn. My silver thorn.
Hope you're enjoying the Relay for Life Telethon. Joining us now is Jessica Schweihofer from the American Cancer Society. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Carly. Thanks for having me.
Now, I'll just start out by asking, what is the mission overall of the American Cancer Society?
So pretty simply put, we want to save lives. We want to make sure that people don't get cancer, that they have the support they need when they get cancer, that we're looking for cures, and that we're providing ways for people to fight back.
And what is your role in the society?
I'm an associate director for the American Cancer Society, and essentially I help staff partners who go out in the communities and make events happen, make the biggest impact they can so that we can help people fight back and make an impact with cancer-saving dollars.
And is the Relay for Life your biggest event all year, financially and planning-wise?
Absolutely. In fact, the Relay for Life is the largest not-for-profit fundraising event in the entire world. So we spend a lot of time year-round working on making Relay a big priority.
Do you have any memorable stories you'd like to share with us about someone that you've worked with closely that's gone through treatment and survived?
Sure. I'm not going to mention this person's name, but she's my favoriteest volunteer. I've been with the American Cancer Society for 7 years, and I remember my first year she was that volunteer who had questions upon questions all the time. I love to hear. She helped me learn my job really fast because I always had to look up the answers to her questions. And I never knew then the impact she'd have on my life. And she had had breast cancer years ago, and over the course of our relationship, she had a re-diagnosis. Because of the heavy burden of the cost of cancer, she lost her home. But through it all, she was so inspiring to me because she continued to relay, she continued to fight back. She never let go of the mission of what she was trying to accomplish despite all that was on her plate. And when I have a hard day at work and I think, oh man, can I continue to do this? I think of her and what she's meant to me through the years, and how could I not fight back when she fights so hard.
And does she come back to volunteer and to help out?
She does, and raises more money than you could imagine for a person who's been through a journey she's been on. And so she's been there before I started, and she's still fighting hard today. She's awesome.
And if anyone's looking for more information about the American Cancer Society, where can they find that?
They can call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 800-ACS-2345, or they can visit us at www.cancer.org.
Okay. Besides the Relay for Life, what other events do you do throughout the year?
So I don't necessarily work on other events, but the American Cancer Society has a variety of other events available as well. We have a large breast cancer event called Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. There's one locally in Port Huron that happens in October, and they're in almost every major metro market as well. There's one in Detroit, Grand Rapids, Flint. Anyone could look anywhere and find a Making Strides event in their area, and usually they're in October, but not always. There's also one of my favorites is a Cattle Barons Ball, which happens in September, and it's in Detroit, and it's more of a corporate initiative, and so it would be like the big three and all the really big corporations in Detroit all come together and raise over $1 million, and it's a big like cowboy western. Everyone dresses up in hats and boots, and it's a lot of fun, and it just helps us fight cancer in a different way.
Besides the obvious research activities, what other things does the fundraise money go to?
It's a great question. There's programs and services available in our local community. There's a Look Good, Feel Better program available both at Port Huron and Mercy Hospital. And essentially, people don't realize how much you go through in cancer. Like, you lose your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your everything. And it's a fantastic program where they give you a makeup kit and teach you how to use it so that you can hide the signs of treatment. Because you feel poorly. You don't want to look poorly too. So it really changes the spirits of cancer patients. There is a Reach to Recovery program where breast cancer survivors reach out to people who are recently diagnosed, and they help kind of, I don't want to call it a mentor program, I guess, but it's kind of talk to them from a been there, done there, that kind of standpoint. There's tons of programs and services, and I encourage people to call the American Cancer Society when they're going through that and see what we have available in their community. Or we also, my very favorite, you can call the American Cancer Society and get what we call a personal health care manager, and it's a little plastic folder that has all sorts of sorting tabs in it, and it comes pre-stocked with information on your particular diagnosis, and then there's an area for you to put your doctor's visits, your medications, like everything that you're going through. It's a lot of information to manage, and emotionally it could make you a little cloudy with all that you have going on, and it keeps it all in one place so that you are up to date with all of what's going on in your life at the time, cancer related.
That's a great thing. Thanks for stopping in today, and we wish you the best of luck with your new job at the Cancer Society.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks again for joining us. Now let's get back to the relay.
Hope this old train breaks down, that I could take a walk around to see what there is to see, where time is just a melody. All the people on the street walk as fast as the feet can take them. I just roll through town, and though my window's got a view from the frame I'm looking through, seems to have no concern for now. So for now, I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. This engine screams out loud, centipede gonna go westbound, so I don't even make a sound. It's gonna sting me when I leave this town. All the people on the street that I'll never get to meet if the tracks don't bend somehow. And I got no time that I gotta get to where I don't need to be, so I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I wanna break on down, but I can't stop now. Let me please break down. But you can't stop nothing if you got no control of the thoughts in your mind when you're kept in, you know. Nothing, but you don't need to know the wisdom of the tree, not the glass window. You can't stop pushing if you don't let go. But things that you find and you lose and you know, you keep on rolling, but the moment on hold, the frame's too bright, so put the blinds down low. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old the train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down.
The NFL, PGA, NHL, NBA, and the MLB all support and have different ways of donating proceeds to cancer. Throughout October, the NFL will feature players, coaches, and referees wearing pink apparel. All apparel worn at the games will be auctioned off with proceeds benefiting the American Cancer Society. The NFL focuses on breast cancer only, and their change programs provide screenings to women in underserved communities.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
The PGA Tour has annual charities supporting cancer such as breast cancer and skin cancer. The PGA donates proceeds to the American Cancer Society, along with smaller charities, with skin cancer being their main focus. The NHL founded Hockey Fights Cancer in 1998 to raise money and awareness. Through the NHL's U.S. and Canadian charitable foundations, more than $12.8 million have been raised under the Hockey Fights Cancer initiative to support national and local cancer research institutions, children's hospitals, and local cancer organizations.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not?
The NBA and ESPN are teaming up with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the V Foundation in a united effort to fight childhood cancer.
What you've been through, no matter what you into, no matter what you see, when you look outside your window, brown grass or green grass.
The MLB encourages fans to share going to bat against breast cancer stories for a chance to be honored on field during Mother's Day celebrations. Going to bat against breast cancer will help raise awareness about breast cancer while also raising funds for Susan G. Komen. The MLB also supports pancreatic cancer by wearing blue.
You could be the hero, you could get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke. Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try? Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. Cause you burn with the burst flame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame.
The major sports of America have their way to help support and give to cancer. Now it's your turn to help support and give back.
You're watching the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station.
Welcome back to the Telethon. It's awesome that so many different teams can come together to support such an important cause. Now I'm going to send it over to Mickey to thank some businesses who have helped raise pledges.
Thanks, Molly. Several businesses around our community allowed our Relay for Life team to place canisters in their businesses for the past few weeks. Those businesses include Ceros, Pelican, Spring Grove, Wally Supermarket, and Egg Roll Inn. With their help, we are making progress to finding a cure for cancer, excuse me. And now let's hear our pledges from Aaron.
We have one pledge right now from the Wittenberg family for $100. Yes, very generous. And now, Molly, back to you.
Thanks, Aaron. Now I'm going to send it down to the Commons to find out what they have going on down there.
Thanks, Molly. Right now joining us is Elise Mont from M6. So how many years have you been in communicational arts?
This is my first year in Com Arts.
And what have you done to prepare for this?
We had a lot of cancer survivors come in and do interviews, and musical people that play their musical instruments and sing come in and do that too.
All right. So now that you're here and witness everything that for Relay for Life that we do, how do you feel about it?
It's really great to see all these people come out and support Relay for Life.
All right. Well, thanks, Elise. Now over to you.
Thanks, Liz. I'm Sierra here with Ryan Baisley from the Mom to Mom sale. So, Ryan, can you tell us how many people participated in the Mom to Mom sale?
We had over 44 tables today, which is the most that we've ever had for the Mom to Mom sale.
Wow, that's outstanding. Can you also tell us a few things that were sold at the Mom to Mom sale?
Well, we had a lot of big items that moms brought in, and we also had some baby clothes and small toys that were on sale.
That's great. And last but not least, what was the final total?
Well, from what I've been told, we have raised more than we did last year, possibly over $1,000, so we will have to wait and see.
That's great. Look forward to hearing the total. And now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sierra. Remember, there's still a little bit of time left to come down to Marysville High School and join in all the activities to support Relay for Life. Now let's check the tote board. Our previous total was $9,300, and our new total is $10,050. You can keep donating. Just call the number below, 455-6031. Now let's take a look at the senior versus staff game.
You're watching the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station. Each year, 12 million people learn they have cancer. About 7 million of them are taken by it. Relay for Life is an organization that takes part in raising much-needed funds and provides awareness to save lives and help out any victims of the disease that they can help. You yourself can help with the Relay for Life goal in many ways. Marysville High School seniors and staff are doing their part to fight against cancer and having fun doing it.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
With the ticket sales of $1, the annual senior versus staff game is always a success. Taking a little break from class to go play some games and raise money to fight cancer. The seniors and staff start off with volleyball.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, you wanna jam. Hey, yo, what you gon' do? 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 Party people in the house.
After the seniors' victory, they had a tug-of-war contest.
Pass that thing, watch me flex. Behind my back, you know what's next. Jam, all in your face. What's up? Just feel the bass. Drop it, rockin' down the room. Shake it quick in space, come on. Just work that body, make sure you don't hurt nobody. Get wild and lose your mind. Take this thing in the overtime. Hey DJ, turn it up.
The seniors win that as well, which leads to the much anticipated main event, dodgeball. last event, but everyone felt like a winner with a grand total of...
And we're proud to say that we've raised $689 to benefit Relay for Life.
Like Marysville, do your part by coming to the Relay for Life Telethon on Saturday, May 4th at Marysville High School from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to help raise money to fight cancer and raise awareness.
Saturday night I was downtown working for the FBI, sitting in a nest of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high. Bootleggers booze are on the west side, full of people who are doing wrong. Just about to call up the DA man when I heard this woman singing a song. With just one look, I was a bad mess. 'Cause that long, cool woman had it all. Saw her heading to the table with a tall, mossy, big black cat. Well, Charlie said, I hope that you're able, boy. Well, I'm telling you, she knows where it's at. But suddenly we heard the sirens, and everybody started to run, jumping under doors and tables. Well, I heard somebody shooting a gun. Where the DA was pumping my left hand, she was holding my right. Well, I told her, don't get scared, 'cause you're gonna be spared. But I'm gonna be forgiven if I wanna spend my living with a long, cool woman in a black dress, just a 5'9", beautiful tall. With just one look, I was a bad mess, 'cause that long, cool woman had it all. Had it all. Had it all. Had it all.
Thanks for watching the 2013 Relay for Life Telethon on M6, your hometown station.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the Relay for Life Telethon here on M6, your hometown station. Before we finish up, we've got one more pledge, $25 from Amy Philp in memory of Don Watsa. Now I'd like to welcome Nick from Blue Water Dodge to present our last donation. Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm good. So what did Blue Water Dodge do for us today?
We actually had Blue Water Chrysler has donated $20 per test drive that someone came out in the lot today.
Wow, that's awesome. Did you get a lot of people coming?
We have over 100 people test drive, which means we've raised over $2,000, and we're actually still out there collecting.
Oh, wow, that's great. I'm so glad that Blue Water Chrysler could do this for us. And now for our final tote board. Our previous total was $10,050. Our new total is $13,100. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and I'd like to thank everyone who's donated to Relay for Life. It really means a lot.
Last thing, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those three things are going to carry on forever. I thank you, and God bless you all.